Welcome back to Yelling and Screaming NFL Week 7. Do not adjust your sets. I know Sean looks a little different this week, but shit happens. This is my buddy Riley. You might know him from 602 projects going all the way back. Also, I think our number one commenter in the chat for Yelling and Screaming. Riley, welcome aboard. Thanks for popping in this week. Riley, you want to give us just a little bit of background on your football fandom? Just so everyone kind of knows what angle you're going to be coming from today.
Haven't cared for football for the majority of my life. Rick didn't give up on me. He spent a good 3 years breaking me down, building me back up to enjoy the sport that is the football. And now I think I watch it more than him, which is
absolutely
unfortunate. But here we are. I'm kicking. He's screaming. We're doing it.
It was a weight off of my shoulder to transfer my addiction to a new vessel.
Yeah.
But hey, we had a packed week here. We will try to keep it light, keep it fun. So help us out if you're watching this week. Drop in the comments anything you want to talk about, and we'll get through the slate here. Thursday night football, Riley. Bengals Steelers. Not exactly the game I think a lot of people expected. Two old ass quarterbacks.
Yeah. The icy hot match.
One. Yeah, it was kind of a weird game from a flow standpoint. And then obviously the Steelers losing and giving up 33 points. That's not really what we expect from a Steelers defense. What do you have high level on this one?
It's just a testament to Burrow. Not Burrow. Flacco. That's what I'm talking about. Flacco just coming out and showing that he can still sling a ball. Aaron Rodgers kind of had a few mistakes. He had that big ass Hail Mary that was the longest toss of since 2017, 67 yarder.
Still got a cannon, man.
Yeah, cannon for a 4-year-old. But Flacco, he did a good job. He just he finally beat Rodgers. I think for the first time in a hot minute in his career. So it was impressive.
I'm a little concerned for the Bengals. Obviously, last year they had an amazing offense, and their defense was so bad that they were borderline unwatchable.
Yeah.
But what we're seeing is that the Bengals can do this with anybody at quarterback. So if the kid could come in and do it, and Flacco can come in and do it, why are you paying Burrow $300 million to not win games?
Well, I don't think that's true, because they had to fly Flacco in because they couldn't do it for 2 weeks. They were getting absolutely steamrolled, and they showed why Burrow was carrying the team on his golden toes. He was keeping that thing alive, and then they found out, wow, our rookies fucking suck. I don't think they can do it with just anyone. They need definitely some kind of talent. Flacco's got the veteran in him, but I don't know. I think it's justified that Burrow gets the money he's paid, but I'm surprised Flacco's still alive, honestly.
Yeah, yes. Is it possible, Riley, the next time these guys go head to head, it is in the same time slot calling games from two different booths?
That's a possibility. It's definitely not in the world of impossibility now.
The Rams and Jaguars are on right now. More points than we've gotten from some of these other crappy London games. It's 21-0 Rams just coming out of the half.
Wow.
Devontae Adams with 2 touchdown catches, I believe from 1 yard out and 2 yards out, which is kind of weird for him, but whatever works. Have you caught many of the overseas games?
I watched the last week. It wasn't. I watched the Ireland game, and the last one was in London.
Mm-hmm. I don't love them. They feel like Thursday night football to me at times. It's like the players aren't ready.
I will say the football's not great, but whatever they're feeding the overseas announcers, they have much more energy than shitty Joe Buck ever had in his entire career. They are living for that game, and I love it. I get hyped up when they start talking because they actually give a shit.
I think I know in Ireland what they were feeding them, and that's Guinness. Can't necessarily speak for in England, but yeah, I think same as the college games. There just seems to be a different kind of energy. The fans get into it too. I mean, it's shitty raining in half these games, and the fans are just going ballistic. So, that's cool to see.
I mean, a few field goal posts got ripped down last night too. I mean, it was a wild time for college ball too.
We should do a college show.
Truly. That'd be good too.
Game of the week, we had a few options, but the one that Sean and I decided to go with was the Bucs and the Lions, just from a pedigree standpoint. Obviously, two really good teams, fun to watch. Now, the Lions stumbled a little bit last week against what I think is a really bad Chiefs team. And Baker Mayfield just continues to be Baker Mayfield. I'm not sure he's going to win the Super Bowl, but it's going to be fun to watch.
He's got MVP written all over him for me.
The whole face, just covering him.
All of it.
Riley, I know you are an accomplished sports bettor. This Lions line is -6. Does that feel right to you?
I mean, from a statistical point, if you put it just on paper, yeah. I feel like, if anything, that might be low. But the way the Bucs are just so disadvantaged. I mean, Baker's working with second and third stringers. He's got none of his weapons. So they're putting it in that perspective that the Lions have the advantage. But Baker's proved 3 weeks now in a row that he doesn't need every single weapon to get the job done. He's putting on his back and he's carrying it. So I think it's going to be a tight game.
So tie game, fourth quarter, 4 minutes to go. Which quarterback do you want?
Well, funny enough, I have Baker on my fantasy as a starter, and I have the Lions Goff on my bench, and I know who I'm starting. So, and it's not on the Lions.
He's more fun to watch, I think, if you take a casual fan approach to football. Baker is just way more exciting to watch.
Yeah, well, Goff plays the system. He has the game, the tools, and he's like more robotic. While I haven't talked about him yet, but like Josh Allen, he's exciting. You don't know what he's going to do. Is he going to throw a bomb for 60? Is he going to bull someone over and run it for 12 yards? Like, that's what Baker does too. He's a little pit bull.
A big matchup in this game that a lot of people are talking about is Tristan Wirfs, the offensive lineman, the left tackle for the Bucs, and then Aiden Hutchinson, pass rush for the Lions. We're going to get that matchup a couple times, but I think the Lions are going to shift Hutchinson to the other side where Charlie Heck is awful. And I think that, for me, is kind of where the difference here is. The Lions pass rush, they can get to Baker without the starting running back, without two of the three top wide receivers. If Hutch can get in the backfield and not even get sacks necessarily, but just disrupt what they have going on back there, I think that, for me, is kind of where this game is going to pivot. Baker can't do Baker magic if he's laying on his back.
That's true.
All right, let's jump into the Week 7 board. Overall, Eagles-Vikings is an interesting one. Eagles 1.5-point favorites. It doesn't sound like the Vikings have any interest bringing McCarthy back, maybe ever.
No. Well, and I mean, the Vikings are in the only division that has all four teams undefeated right now, and I think they want to keep it that way. And I think, kind of like the Chiefs, the Eagles are kind of choking as far as what they looked like last year. They're not the same team. They're not the Super Bowl team that we saw last year. I feel they're not that explosive. They're not that dominating is the word I was looking for. So I think the Vikings have a good shot of upsetting them.
Plus 110 on the money line feels like a sucker bet to me. Feels like I put my money there and they get blown out. The game's 1.5.
Yeah.
I don't know that I want anything to do with it. Maybe like a first half under.
Yeah.
Viewers, Riley and I bet a lot together. We don't win a lot together. So
We sure don't.
some of the context there. Patriots Titans, Mike Vrabel coming back to Tennessee, where he was very unceremoniously fired. These teams are in very different places. The Pats obviously nearing the end of a rebuild potentially, and the Titans beginning their seemingly endless rebuild cycle again.
Yeah.
What do you like here, Patriots Titans?
Definitely the Patriots, because the Titans are the new Browns. I guess. I mean, they're just proving that they can go a perfect lost season without a single win, and just keep doing the same thing. The definition of insanity is just right there. So yeah, definitely the Pats.
Yeah, firing your head coach when you're onboarding a rookie quarterback is a choice.
Oh, that sounds like a familiar team that I root for every year, in the color of orange and blue.
And we'll get to that one because that's an interesting one this week too. Panthers Jets. On the surface, this looks like a shit game. I actually had this as a game of the week candidate. I got some questions in some of our group chats about this one this morning. The Jets have not won yet this year.
Nope.
I'm excited for this game. I know the Panthers are a little banged up. The Jets are better than 0-6. I like what they're doing there. They have good players. Obviously, a little hurt as well. I think the Panthers win this game, but I don't think it's because they're better than the Jets. I think it's because the Jets are going to shoot themselves in the foot.
That's fair. Correct me if I'm wrong. The Jets have the quarterback that the Bears failed starting for them, correct?
Yeah, Justin Fields.
Yeah, the poor guy. Yeah, I would say that he's a broken man from our the Bears organization, and I keep looking at the Panthers and what's the other cat? The Jaguars, and I keep thinking that they're bad teams, but they're slowly getting to be a better organization on both ends. So I think the Panthers got it, and the Jets are just the Jets.
Yeah, again, this is one of those lines. This is Carolina -1.5. It's one of those ones. Whatever side you pick, you're going to be wrong.
It's just whoever makes the least amount of mistakes is the winner of this game. It's not the correct plays; it's the one who makes the less errors of the game who's going to win.
Yeah, you want runs for -2 yards, not -5. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly.
Dolphins Browns in a march of seemingly meaningless games here. Tua. If I told you that 3 seasons from now Tua was the quarterback of the Browns, would you buy that?
If Tua was the quarterback of the Browns, yeah, I feel like that's kind of where quarterbacks go to die, right? Like,
yeah.
I mean, Baker Mayfield made it out, and he's thriving, but like he had to go through the Panthers, who we were just talking about as well, and now he's up. So I mean, maybe it's like the Phoenix. They go to the Browns and they die to be reborn.
It's that whole kiss a few frogs to find your prince thing.
Exactly. Yep.
2.5 the line for the Browns there. I think the Dolphins might win this one outright.
I want to root for the Dolphins, but their track record just doesn't. It's not making me confident.
They're so bad.
Yeah.
Even last week, like when everything was going their way, like Tua still had like 2 picks, and they like lost the game.
Yeah.
I don't understand the inconsistencies there. Although the receivers look better down a rung. Everything looks better when your 5-foot tall wide receiver's not doing backflips and hitting people.
Well, and they're also pretty hurt too. I mean, they lost their magic win, Tyreek Hill. His leg's looking like a Lego piece. So like, I don't know. It's tough to see them winning. And I mean, the Browns beat the Packers, so you gotta give them. They got a couple secret plays in the playbook to squeak out something. So I think they're gonna secure it over the poor Dolphins.
the Packers are my favorite. Like, this is why you play the games team, because losing to the Browns and then a 40-40 tie against the Cowboys from what is probably the best team in the division and is probably a playoff team. That's insane. And that's the NFL.
It's a tough look. It's a little demoralizing, and that's what I hope for the Packers.
Because of your heritage, your lineage here, let's talk a little bit about Saints Bears.
The Saints ain't marching in nowhere on this field, I tell you what.
Man, this Saints team is so bad. When you look at this line, it's Bears 4.5, and I could make a really compelling argument for that not being anywhere near enough. And I could also make an argument for the Saints winning. And I think that says more about the Bears at this juncture. It feels like they're almost there. Swift isn't having a great year, but like they're right
it's there. Like when you have that thought and it's on the tip of your tongue and you can't seem to get it. And that's what the Bears feel like. They're right on the verge. And I feel like remind me of our new head coach's name.
You can't put me on the spot with coaches.
the Lions offensive coach who's now on the Bears.
Ben Johnson.
Ben Johnson. I feel like he's got the secret sauce, and it's taken a time for the players to absorb it, and I think they're going to get there. Caleb is still, unlike Baker Mayfield and Josh Allen, where they're unpredictable, but it's a great unpredictable. Caleb's kind of the scary unpredictable. I don't know what he's going to do, if it's a great play or if he's going to run 20 yards backwards and then get tackled. So I think we're fine. I mean, and Josh Allen looked like that too in his first few seasons. He was still a young kid, a lot of spunk, but he made a lot of mistakes. I think that's the same thing for Caleb. He's finding his own way in the new NFL. It's not college anymore. But I think the Bears got this one in hand.
So are you saying that Caleb Williams is more than a football player? Maybe what he needs is a hot girlfriend.
I mean, that could be it. I mean, he could help paint her nails at least. That would be. He's got the talent.
Man, you steal my thunder. I'm about to make a Christian Cavallari joke, and you come in with the nails thing. I got the Bears in this one. I really like Rome's come on. He's looked really, really good. Using 6 tight ends every other play, I'm against on a spiritual level, but the Bears seem to be making that work too. I want to see a little more out of the running game, but wins are wins. So if they can take one against a really bad Saints team here, that's progress.
All right.
Raiders Chiefs. I have written in my notes from Thursday that 11.5 feels like too much to lay with the Chiefs. The line is now 12.5. So obviously Vegas and the world disagree with me. I don't think the Chiefs are good. And some of that's bias for sure. Some of that's hate. The Raiders are definitely not good. But 12.5 feels like a lot of points to lay with the Chiefs team that's looked really, really inconsistent this year.
I think that the Chiefs finally, their payroll finally cleared. The checks finally came through for the boys in black and white, and their season's turning around for the better. That's not to be that conspiracist, but like they looked terrible. They were getting the correct plays called, and now all of a sudden magical rules are getting overturned, like the Lions game on that touchdown. I don't know. It just feels a little janky. Like one of my coworkers says, you never bet against Mahomes, which, I mean, he hasn't looked good all season, so I don't know why you'd say that. But I think the Raiders can pull out a cheeky win here. I think the line is too high, like you were saying. So I want the Raiders to win. That's my bias, but I think they actually have a shot to win as well.
I'd love to see it. This division is a mess. We'll talk about the Chargers in a minute here. But Riley, what I wanted to let our viewers know something that a lot of people might not know about you, and that is you are not a Chiefs fan, despite the fact that you are the biggest Swiftie I've ever met in person.
I wouldn't say I'm a Swiftie by any means, but I do like my girl. I like her music. Nothing wrong with supporting a girl that's got some pipes. I tell you what, she's got some good bangers out there. Did I listen to her whole album when it came out? Sure. Sure. Do I like the Kelseys? Yeah, I do. I think they're fucking hilarious. But like their team, let's just keep the football out of it. All right.
We're setting up a analog only room in our new house, and we're getting a record player. And I want to put some records up on the wall. And god damn, if Taylor Swift doesn't have some of the nicest vinyl covers.
He puts the work in, man.
Man, and I'm like, can I really have 2 different Taylor Swift albums on my wall?
2, why not make it 4? Like, share the love.
Well, because I'm not gonna listen to them, so it's art only at that point. It's like,
Fair enough.
Damn it. Colts
fair.
Chargers. This was another one that we had kicked around as a game of the week candidate. I don't know who this Chargers team is. They kind of ebb and flow. They're way better on paper than they play on the field. They seem to like find weird ways to be the Chargers of old, where they just kind of suck.
Yeah.
They get some players back here. Khalil Mack, Quentin Johnson, both back for this game. I feel like this is Chargers win by 3 or Colts win by 17.
You know what? I don't think that's far off. The Chargers, they're like what their logo is. They're a lightning bolt. They either strike where they need to, or they never land. I don't know what they're definitely a toss up kind of team. So I think the Chargers will win, but the Colts they're old football. They got the plays. They know what to do. They got a good formula. So I don't know. I think they have a shot to win, but I'd like the Chargers to pull it out.
Did you see what happened to Anthony Richardson?
No.
So Richardson, the quarterback who was the starter before they brought in Daniel Jones, and he stole his job. They're doing stretches on the field with like a pole with a resistance band on it. The resistance band snaps, and he breaks his orbital bone.
Oh,
so
God.
He went on injured reserve. Riley Leonard, the kid from Notre Dame, actually is the only other quarterback they have on the roster. But one thing Sean and I had talked about was that when Richardson lost his job to laughable Daniel Jones, I said Richardson will never play another snap for the Colts. And now the weird shit starts happening, right? He goes on injured reserve because his resistance band broke his face.
Dear Lord.
I feel like he's done forever. But the flip side of that is because Daniel Jones has played amazing. I mean, you saw a little bit of Daniel Jones on the Giants, and he was awful. Like, he was the reason that team sucked. And he's the reason Colts are winning games. I mean, JTT's awesome. He's an awesome running back. But, like, without Daniel Jones being able to efficiently execute the pass game, this Colts team is bad.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
I got a fun stat for you as we go into bets here. The Chargers have given up 100 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns in each of the last 2 games to friggin' Bill, the Commanders quarterback, whose name Krosky Merritt, and A-Chain for the Dolphins. And now Jonathan Taylor tailback comes to town. If you give up a game like that to bad running backs, what is JTT going to do to this Chargers team?
I hope not another 100 yards and 2 turnovers. Like that's tough.
Packers Cardinals is one that all the Packers fans that live here are excited for because they can actually afford to go to this game. Green Bay is a 7-point favorite out here in the desert, and that might not be enough.
I think the Cardinals are a good team. That kind of like the Bears. They make silly mistakes. I think they got the right people in the right spots, but they just they're prone to making errors. I don't like the Packers on a personal standpoint, but they are a good team, even though they lost to the Browns, a couple weeks ago and tied the Lions. But I think the Cardinals can squeak out a low score, 1-score game, if not 7, but by a field goal. But yeah, I'd like the Cardinals to win on this one. I would take the money line on the Cardinals, honestly.
So the thing I like here, Cardinals money line is 3-1, by the way, plus 300. The thing I like here is that there's no Kyler Murray. Jacoby Brissett is playing. I think the Cardinals are better without Kyler Murray. I don't think it's any surprise that since the Call of Duty beta came out, he has lost a game and then not played in 2. I think last week the reason he didn't play is because he didn't know the beta was over. And I think what he realized in the beta was that his game is not up to snuff. So now he's taking another week off to hone his skills before Black Ops 7 comes out, because he can't go into Black Ops season not at his best. So if he has to sit out
my grandma died,
to do that.
Yeah.
Just all jokes aside,
my grandma died over and over.
Yeah, I think the Cardinals are better without Murray. He's obviously a freak athlete. He's more dynamic, but what they really need is a pocket quarterback. Just sit back there and throw the damn ball. And he can't do that. He's incapable. He's too short. He's inaccurate. So I think having Jacoby Brissett actually helps the Cardinals here. I mean, we could get squirrely. We could get real squirrely if you want to take that money line bet. I kind of want to throw it into a parlay and see where it ends up, but
I mean, why not?
We'll see. We'll get a little weird. The Washington football team and the Dallas Cowboys. This line was in favor of the Commanders. It's moved all the way over to Dallas. No Debo, no Scary Terry. Riley, the question I want to ask you is Scary Terry missing games because he held out in the offseason?
It could be. That could be the reason.
I'm excited for this game because I think, regardless of the injuries, this is one where the Commanders can kind of show that they're a serious force in this division. Obviously, you still have the Eagles, but like you talked about earlier, the Eagles haven't looked like the Eagles. This is one I want Washington to win this game convincingly without all their key players, right? Rookie running back, 3 of your top 4 receivers out. If you can beat the Cowboys in a convincing way here, you have arrived. Washington is a force in the NFC East if they can win this game.
And I think the Cowboys are a joke. Everyone thinks they're going to be the good team every year, and they keep proving their fan base and the rest of the world that they're not the Cowboys from the 2000s. They kind of suck, even if they look good on paper. And I think the Washington team's gonna pull it out, and I hope it is by more than like 2 scores. I think if it's convincing, then they'll actually look like a really good team.
I feel a little bad about, and Josh should too. I doubt he's watching, but like the biases that you picked up from us. You have your Bears fans biases, you have like your lost bet biases, and those are all yours. But sometimes I'll hear something you say and I'm like, oh, like that came from us just poisoning your mind.
Was it the 2000s Cowboys?
Yes, it's that deep-seated hatred for a team that, like, really, given your background, you have no business hating, and it's like, where is all this coming from?
I mean, it was first the Cowboys, then it was the Patriots, and now it was the Chiefs. There's eras.
I missed the Giants-Broncos game. This line,
I was gonna say I got to talk about my boy Scadaboo.
Yeah, that's my bad. I'll let you go off on the Giants here. I just, one thing I want to say is that the Giants feel to me like last year's Broncos with Bo Nix as a rookie, a cast of characters at running back. So that's just kind of the comparison I wanted to make. But Scat's your guy. Go off.
Oh man, it's just a couple of young white boys just taking over the league. I tell you what, the energy is definitely there, and even when they lose, it still feels like they're in it. When Scadaboo fumbled 2 weeks ago and they lost the game, and then he comes back swinging with 3 touchdowns and almost 200 yards passing rushing.
Bulldog,
I mean,
man.
The man was just head down. He fights CTE with CTE, so it cancels out. Like he's gonna have the most electric 2-year career I've ever seen. So like it's gonna be so fun to watch. Sad to see him leave in 2028, but I'm here for the here and now on Scadaboo. It's really funny to see the winning huddles and the new quarterback just talking about the team and seeing Russell Wilson in the background giving a death stare because he knows he's out and he's never coming back. That's always funny to watch. But like, man, nothing against Russell Wilson. He had a great career. It's just funny to see these young guys have their limelight. And I'm really excited. I like watching I would say my personal bias, Bills I always love to watch. Josh Allen's awesome. Bears are my team. But now I'm excited to see the Giants just play because I just don't know what's going to happen. Is it going to be a blowout? Is it going to be a tight game? Is it going to be a funny game? I think it's going to be all three. Like, it's great.
And we're seeing that here. There's a lot of unaffiliated fans out here in the desert. And Scat obviously came from Arizona State. So there's a lot of people who don't have a team who, when we're out at the bars, like they're Giants fans. And it's the weirdest thing because like I'm still not sure this Giants team is any good. They're down an all-pro wide receiver, but they're scoring 40 points and they're winning games and they're looking good and fun doing it. So, you know, if Dart and Scattaboo can continue developing this year, next year you get everybody back. I mean, that's a dangerous Giants team. We were just talking about how the NFC East is kind of open.
Yep.
Crazier things have happened.
It's awesome. It's awesome to see. I'm excited to see more of it.
Sunday night football, Falcons-Niners. I have no idea who this Falcons team is. This is a team that they'll win a game like this. They'll beat the Niners on the road, and then they get shut out by the Panthers. And I don't think I fully understand who this Falcons team is because the offense looks fantastic, but the defense is prone to giving up big spots of points, and I don't really know who they are.
Yeah, I think the Cats, all the Panthers, the Jaguars, they're on the up, and all the Birds are on the way down. And the Falcons feel the same way. They're kind of like the Eagles. They're just they're falling flat. They got no excitement. It doesn't feel like they're doing anything explosive on the field. The Niners feel like just like in the middle of the road, so they'll do like a 9-7 kind of season. I feel like they're going to beat the Falcons just on paper, but again, it's kind of a toss up on this one. I don't really have any feeling towards either one on who will win.
Well, and it seems that Vegas doesn't either. This line's 1.5 for the Niners, which I don't know. The Niners have played without all their players all year so far.
Right.
Like when Christian McCaffrey, one of the most injury-prone players in the league, is like your most consistent offensive player, there's something weird going on there, but they're still winning. They're winning games. So, like, gun to my head, it's the Niners, and it's like, why are you asking me this question? Because they're the better team. But I think
it's literally
Falcons
just
win here.
Whoever gets the coin toss like wins the game. It's a heads or tails kind of matchup, I think.
Double dose of Monday Night Football. Are you for or against the double dose?
I like it. I think gives you a little, because what they stagger it by an hour for the games. So you get to catch the end of the fourth and watch a good back half of the second game. But I think the first game's definitely the one to keep an eye out for compared to the two games, I should say.
Yeah, Texans Hawks is kind of a stinker. Like going from Bucs and Lions to Texans Hawks, like most people don't have two TVs. Most people don't multi-screen. Like there's no way you're turning off Bucs and Lions to watch this Texans game unless you're a Seahawks
Texans
fan.
Suck.
Yeah.
They
line
just
is 3. And I'm a little confused about that because I think that the Seahawks are significantly better than the Texans. So to essentially be getting like the home spread, I don't know what I'm missing here because the Texans haven't looked convincing to me.
Yeah, I mean, I would take that all day. I think they just don't look good. They haven't looked good. Correct me if I'm wrong. They haven't won a game all season yet. Are they?
They beat They beat somebody. Hold on, let me pull that up.
Whoever they beat, the poor guys.
They're 2-3. I think they beat the Titans, and I think they beat the Jaguars.
Maybe I'm thinking of the Titans are the bigger losers of the two.
Yeah, they're 1-5.
Yeah,
they're really bad.
yeah.
All right. Well, that's the board. Is there any other games or topics you wanted to touch on?
Just the Bucs Lions. I mean, I know we talked about that was the game of the week, so we kind of covered that. But it's gonna be a really exciting game. I look forward. Bucs Lions, Bears Saints, and the Bills are on a bye this week, so I look forward to it. Going to be a good week of football.
So your fourth screen is going to be just like a Haley Steinfeld movie, or?
Yeah. I'm going to watch Sinners for the 7th time in a row. And it's not for Haley Steinfeld.
Right. Shout out to our friends at Phantom Odds. If you find yourself trying to find new ways to lose bets against your fantasy league mates, Phantom Odds makes it easy to convert those over into betting slips. So check out our friends there. Chainlink game of the week is the Bucs and the Lions. Watch for that on Chainlink. You can play for free. Big changes coming for Chainlink. We're not quite ready to make that announcement yet, but there's going to be some pretty significant changes coming there. So make sure you get in before those changes hit, because otherwise you can't win fun prizes for being a legacy member. Just saying. Is
it where wins become losses and losses become wins, or
it's 7 hours of heavily commercial Chainlink? Riley, thank you so much for plugging in today, going through the board with us. Appreciate you.
It's a lot of fun.
We'll have to do it again sometime. We'll have to get like the whole panel, like get 9 of us on here and do it Brady.
I'm just proud of myself for actually having some semblance of input, some kind of coherent knowledge of the game. I'm fairly new still, but I feel like I had the 3rd grade level of knowledge today, and I'm glad you guys got something out of it.
Yeah, I appreciate you, man. I think you're underselling yourself a bit. You watch more ball than most NFL fans.
That's tough. That's a tough stat to hear.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining us, yelling and screaming. Thanks again to Riley for stepping in. Enjoy the games this week, and Sean and I will see you next week for week 8. Have a good one.
See you, bud.